Hello, this is Dr. Happy Tom giving you another talk about a very exciting topic. This topic is, what is a standard drink of alcohol? When I first read the phrase standard drink of alcohol, my head got a serious scratching as I had no idea what that meant. The first place I read it was in the article about a study where they looked at 28 million people in 195 countries for 26 years, and they determined that the only safe level of alcohol consumption for optimal human health is 0 drinks a day, 0 standard drinks a day. So I started wondering, what in the heck is a standard drink of alcohol? So, as all of you, I had to look it up. And at the time I was investigating that question that I just mentioned. As you know, asking questions seems to lead to more questions, which leads to more questions ad infinitum. It is an exciting undertaking, a fun way to live life, and that's basically how I spend my day, reading about alcohol, alcoholism, and fun dangers like that. This adventure is aided and abetted by the internet. I probably would have never made much of myself if they had had the internet and the search engines that they had when I was young. I just wouldn't have made it. I would be too taken on by it. In the United States, a standard drink of alcohol is defined as a drink that contains 14 grams of ethanol. Now, your friendly bartender doesn't measure out 14 grams. He's told, well, what a standard drink consists of. The amount of ethanol contained in a standard drinks varies by country to country. I believe England and our United Kingdom, it's 10 grams of alcohol, so they're a little less. It's basically the amount of alcohol delivered in a drink. This makes sense if you think about it. Anyone who has consumed alcohol knows that they can get intoxicated by drinking beer, wine, or liquor. It just varies by how much we have to drink to get the effect that we desire. If most people were to drink bourbon in a large beer stein, say 18 ounces, they would get terribly blotto. The definition of a standard drink, as I said, varies from country to country. The most common amount of alcohol in a standard drink is most commonly 10 grams. For some reason, the United States is 14 grams. This was the standard. 10 grams was what was adopted by the World Health Organization in their study. Austria uses 20 grams. Japan uses 19.75, while the United Kingdom chooses 8, although some places it's 10. As I said, the US uses 14 grams. There are numbers anywhere from 8 to 20 grams in a standard drink. These numbers are arbitrary and are used to aid in research in an effort to educate people so that they might think about limiting their intake of booze. Now, let's go over what a standard drink is. Now, we all recognize this. This is the dram shot, a shot of whiskey. So in the United States, they an ounce and a half, so you almost fill this up, is a standard drink. Now, this is what I found for a wine. And this, when I bought it, is 6.25 ounces. Well, you're only allowed 4 to 5 ounces, say, of wine, and that's a standard drink. Now, beer, this was a little harder to find. Now, this, I was looking for a 12 ouncer. This is 14.5. So if you're drinking a standard drink of beer, you can only get 12 ounces. I don't know too many places that serve 12 ounces. Of course, people vary widely in their personal definition as to what constitutes a drink of alcohol. So I doubt that you're going to start talking to your friends about, hey, let's have a couple standard drinks of alcohol. One year I had the great honor of fishing the world's greatest steelhead river, the Dean River in British Columbia. I went with a guided fishing outfit that accommodates 6 fishermen each week. I was paired up with 5 Canadian fishermen. One of them was a 17-year-old teenager. I do not recall that he drank, but the adults all drank alcohol. When we came off the river, there was social time before dinner, and I drank iced tea or water. I do not remember what the teenager drank, but I do not remember him ever drinking alcohol. However, the men all had beer glasses that were filled with bourbon, about 12 to 15 ounces. This would equal 8 to 10 standard drinks by the U.S. definition. These men did not appear to be bombed or impaired in any way. They were perfect gentlemen and amazingly funny, and a pleasure to be around. Then they had wine with supper and drank after dinner. I bunked in a cabin with one of them, an attorney from BC, and he was great. I enjoyed every minute of my time with these men. One night, one of them asked me why I did not drink alcohol. I definitely did not tell them. I don't drink because I'm an alcoholic. That would be kind of a party pooper. So I thought for a moment and told them around the dinner table, because they kept trying to serve me wine every night, and I kept turning it back over. And then finally they said, "Why aren't you drinking with us, Tom?" And I thought for a while, and I said, "Let's put it this way. No one that I ever used to drink with has ever recommended that I resume drinking alcohol." That explanation was accepted by all. I have heard many people in recovery say, "I do not know why people get so angry with my drinking. I only ever had one drink of alcohol." It turns out that they have a widely different definition of one drink. I remember one lady saying her drink was just one container of wine. It turned out to be an entire half gallon. I mentioned this concept of a standard drink of alcohol at an AA meeting. I told them that they could have just 2 a day if they were men, and only 1 a day if they were a woman. If you drank up to that, 2 standard drinks a day if you're a man, and 1 if you're a woman, you're a moderate drinker. If you drink more than that, you're a heavy drinker. I do not believe that most people know that. When I mentioned that at the AA meeting, people laughed, and many people would say, "I never drank that small amount of booze. I always drank more than that. Warming up to the evening of drinking might be a couple standard drinks." We are exceptional drinkers in Alcoholics Anonymous. Some of us are extraordinary drinkers. Now, there are differences in the effect of alcohol in the naive and seasoned drinker. If a naive drinker gets around a seasoned drinker, then this is a prescription for true disaster. Many innocent lives have been destroyed in just such a way. It breaks my heart to think of all the carnage inflicted by alcohol. The manufacturers have never been held to account for a single life annihilated. The only conscience that most have regarding alcohol revolves around money, profits, and power. The alcohol industry is valued globally at $1.47 trillion in 2018 and is predicted to hit $1.75 trillion by 2024. It is important to remember that different types of a drink will have different concentrations of alcohol, and as such will have varying amounts of alcohol in them. So I think that it's very important that you pay attention to what type of alcohol you're drinking and what strength it is. You know, nowadays we have stronger beers and we have more potent wines. So I think that it is important for you to pay attention to that. You know, all scientists say that we need to cut down on the amount of alcohol that we're drinking. It's causing a tremendous public health disaster. In Russia, I was pleased to learn recently, I was looking up Vladimir Putin, and I found out that he doesn't drink alcohol. And in their country, Russia, they've made a big push to educate the people about alcohol. And the reason that they did this was that their hospitals were filled with alcohol-related problems, liver problems, brain problems, all sorts of health problems. And to Mr. Putin's credit, the Russians have decreased their amount of alcohol intake. And may the similar thing happen in all of the world. To finish our talk on defining a standard drink of alcohol, let's look at some, we went over that before. In Prohibition, it was common to see guys flashing their flask. These now come in multiple sizes, including 3, 6, 8, and 12 ounces. It looks like most of the flasks are 6 ounces. That would hold approximately 4 standard drinks of vodka. An average sized man would definitely become intoxicated drinking that much. A 12-ounce flask would have 8 standard drinks and would result in significant drunkenness. For wine, a standard drink is 5 ounces of red or white wine. Now, if you must drink alcohol, which I discourage for countless reasons, then I advise staying within the boundaries of moderate drinking. For a man, as I said, this is no more than 2 standard drinks a day. If you're getting 2 shots a day, that's it, or 2 12-ounce beers, or 10 ounces, which is about 1.5 of these. That's all you're allowed a day. If you're a man, if you're a woman, you only get 1 of these, 1 beer, and 1 glass of wine. That's it. If you drink more than that, you're broaching into heavy drinking. So I recommend strongly that you consider not drinking alcohol. If you must drink alcohol, then the best tactic to follow is to stay within this 2 standard drinks for men and 1 for women. And be very careful as to what it's doing to your health. You have no way of monitoring that. And it's been scientifically proven that the best thing for health is don't drink alcohol. Now, this ends our video on the standard drink of alcohol. I'm glad that you watched this. I would appreciate you subscribing to our channel, leaving comments, and telling your friends about it. We'll be giving another talk in the near future here. So I appreciate you watching the channel Alcohol Free and telling your friends about it. Thank you very much.